holiday shopping, we grit our teeth, head to the mall and take our lives into our hands dealing with traffic, parking, crowds, our sales clerks, and killer squirrels. At least that's what Marty Meckler had to deal with at the Old Orchard Mall in Skokie, 111, one Friday morning in December 2004. A tough hunt squirrel. She says she stepped out of the Tiffany & Company jewellery store at the open-air mall and was making her way towards Nordstrom's when, she says, she had a squirrel jump out and attach itself to her leg. Startling to be sure, but while frantically attempting to escape from the squirrel and detach it from her leg, Meckler fell and suffered severe injuries. The injuries were not described, but Meckler's lawsuit filed in Cook County Circuit Court with the help of attorney Glenn Gutt says that they will cause her to, in the future, endure pain and suffering in body and mind. The suit demands damages in excess of $50,000. That's for being bitten by a squirrel.
Probably quite frightening.
Could you take all the squirrel's possessions? Yes, she's a squirrel. Do it for every nut it has.
Man wears liar sign for false report. Warner Robins, gag. Act. December 21st, 5:05 p.m. Georgia. Is GA Georgia? What? Oh, right, E.T.
It's the time in New York that you have to phone home.
Warner Robins, Georgia, Associated Press. As he marched up and down a busy road wearing a placard proclaiming, "I am a liar," Craig Brewitt endured a painfully public punishment for lying to police. "I've learned my lesson," said Brewitt, who added that he had never before been so embarrassed or humiliated. The 33-year-old Warner Robins man submitted to the court-sanctioned penalty on Wednesday in lieu of facing trial for filing a false police report. Brewitt told police last August that he had been kidnapped by two men in a parking lot, driven to nearby Macon or Mattoon and beaten up. 2 days after the incident, Brewitt admitted that he had fabricated the abduction part of his story.
He went off and beat himself up. He went for a nice little Sunday drive with a telephone directory and a link to Bravo. Bruce gave himself a good scene too. He considered it sort of helping out the police. Like Neighbourhood Watch.
Authorities said that they didn't know what really happened and Brewitt wouldn't discuss it.
He might have been, maybe that's what the E.T. was after all, maybe he was abducted by aliens.
Brewitt was required to publicly display the "I am a liar" sign for 10 hours under a free trail diversion arrangement that is really specific and uninteresting. Burke said reporting a bogus abduction to police is a serious crime. Brewitt's punishment was similar to a sentence meted out to a South Georgia woman earlier this month. In Albany, Georgia, Brianna Cluett, 23, marched up and down the sidewalk in front of the Doherty County Courthouse wearing signs that read, "I am a thief."
Well, police in their Daleks.
Exterminate and all wrongdoers. I stole what you worked for. And I love this idea that it's all that, what do they call naming and shaming. See, naming and shaming only works if the person is going to feel ashamed.
I like the bit where you do the gun buyback to make the place safe. You say, right, everybody's got to get a gun back. And of course everybody who is law-abiding follows the law and gives the gun back. And that leaves these heavily armed criminals who don't follow the laws.
And us that who are ready to defend ourselves at a moment's notice.
Here is a collection of little true descriptions on insurance claim forms. For instance, I was going at about 70 or 80 miles per hour when my girlfriend on the pillion reached over and grabbed my testicles. So I lost control.
And what happened to the motor?
I didn't think the speed limit applied after midnight. I knew the dog was possessive about the car, but I would not have asked her to drive it if I had thought there was any risk. First car stopped suddenly, second car hit first car, and a haggis ran into the rear of the second car.
Really say haggis?
Haggis. Windscreen broken, cause unknown. Probably voodoo. The car in front hit the pedestrian, but he got up, so I hit him again. I pulled away from the side of the road, glanced at my mother-in-law, and headed over the embankment.